I tried. So I had one of these keyboards that had like a softer thing, and I just couldn't do it, dude. I don't know. Maybe I picked the wrong one, but it was Brown's. People said Brown is the shit, so to speak, and I was like, let me try those, and they were not good. Browns are too stiff. This wasn't stiff, really. It was just like. So the thing about the keyboards that I like is it's very clear when they press, and there's like no transition, right? It's just like it's very Boolean. And these other ones, they weren't that Boolean. It's just like, yeah, mushy is a good way to describe it. So again, I think this is a case of like most people, this becomes more and more clear to me as I get older, or maybe it's just because our society is decaying, but most people really have no fucking idea what's good. And they don't know how to judge whether something is good or bad on first principles. So most people just hear that something's good and then they'll tell somebody else it's good. And, maybe they'll use it and they won't understand that it's bad. So they go, oh, yeah, it's good, just like Joe said, right? And that's like literally everything that everybody says is good is that. And it kind of sucks when you realize, when you can see that part of the matrix. It's also just a really subjective thing to judge. No, but I'm not talking about one thing. I'm talking about literally everything. Like I've seen this pattern recur so much. Like laptop trackpads. Let's talk about that for a second. Laptop keyboards. Like software. Like let's talk about anything. Yeah, and I don't mean computer related things, right? I mean like literally anything. People don't know what's good, not just in computers, but literally anything. You can't right drag? I mean, how do you even left drag? Like you just can't. Like the whole thing about a mouse, one of the things that makes a mouse nice is that the button activity and the physical motion are mostly orthogonal, which allows you to get into flow with it, right? And on a trackpad, it's not. That's just simply not how it is. Unless it has buttons, but most of them, it's very, 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 very hard to find trackpad buttons anymore. Yeah, like, so the number one thing that I've observed about the game industry, especially with regard to critics, but also even designers and stuff, is like most people don't actually have a capacity to judge for themselves what's good. They just believe other people or believe the zeitgeist about what's good, and they go off social cues. And that'll let you fake it through life, but it won't really let you be an outlier. And sometimes those people end up like on famous games, and so they get some notoriety or whatever. But then you'll note that it's never consistent. Like they always sort of fizzle out in terms of their career or whatever because they don't actually know what's good.